What is up, friends? Welcome to our channel. If you are new here, thanks for stopping by, and if you've been here before, thanks for coming back. We're going to start this video out with a clip of our new goats, Bessie and Dolly. If you watched our last vlog, you will see them, so check that out if you haven't seen it yet. Then we're going to hop over to Easter. This whole vlog goes kind of back to Easter weekend and things that happen kind of around that. Well, it's kind of over the course of a week, I will say. This was Gentry's Easter egg hunt with her class for school. I was able to go and be with her, so she had an absolute ball hunting Easter eggs, y'all. She had so much fun. So in our last video, our auction trip was a bust. We did not come home with anything. This time we went back and we came home with this little cutie. So this is Porter. We named him Porter because our other goat is Bessie and her baby is Dolly. And so we're going to try to get like a country music theme going on. So we have Dolly Parton and Porter Wagner. So this was his first night that we brought him home. I thought you could just take goats and put them all in the pen together. Well, that's technically not the way it works because Bessie was budding Porter. So we ended up having to bring Porter in the house. So he spent his first night with us in our laundry room, which was a little hectic. He cried a lot and he pooped a lot, but he is absolutely precious. So here is where Dolly is meeting him for the first time, and she wanted to play with him so bad, but he just wasn't really sure about it.
Dolly thinks it's fantastic, by the way.
So Porter was advertised as a weaned baby. He was not supposed to be taking a bottle anymore, but we did give him a bottle of electrolytes because we couldn't really get him to eat a whole lot of grain. So, and he wasn't drinking a whole lot of water. So we did get him to drink some electrolytes through the bottle. And I thought this was the absolute sweetest sound. And of course, here is Buck and Vegas with him, and they were so curious about him. Buck thought he was a little goat guard dog. He stayed by his side for the longest time, and all Vegas wanted to do was just play. Like I told you before, this is my first time owning goats, and so I never knew how sweet they could have or really what kind of personalities they could have. This is also the calf that we picked up at the sale on the same night that we got Porter. This is a little bull calf, and so we're going to start trying to raise calves and selling them. So this was one of the first ones that we got. He is absolutely precious. He has the prettiest face and the prettiest eyelashes. You could definitely tell that this calf was a bottle-fed calf because it is so friendly. It's funny to me how you can tell a difference in ones that were on their parents and then ones that were raised with bottles by humans. And we can definitely tell that this one took a bottle. And then we're going to jump back over to Melody and Ella, my two little hens that I have. I'm having so much fun with them, y'all. And I actually ended up finding a little frizzle chicken. And so I do not have a brooder, which is like what you put baby chicks in. So the girl that I'm buying them from, she has them in the brooder. And she's going to keep this one for me until it's old enough to go into my regular size coop. But my nieces came down to spend the night with us for the first time in a while, and they loved the chickens. The kids had so much fun playing with them. And then they decided to have a little water balloon fight. So this is a little clip of that. They had a true taste of being in the country for sure. Because they ended up roping the goats. They played in the mud. I ended up, you'll see in a few minutes, I took them down to the creek. We have like a swamp behind our house, and they played in the creek. They got so dirty, but y'all, it wore them out. And now we're moving on to the next day. Here's Gentry and Justin playing a little bit of ball in the living room. We're actually waiting on a crew to come over to do a little bit of work on our house. We're having our closet redone. We're actually having several projects done around our house, but on this particular day, they are coming to finish up our closet and work on our laundry room for a little bit. And so while they were working on that, I decided to start another little bitty project in the kitchen. So I'll show you a little clip of that. So this has become my favorite wallpaper to use. It's super easy to put on. It is not a peel and stick. Peel and stick is extremely hard for me. This one does have like an adhesive and a brush that you roll it on with, but it's super easy to maneuver in place the way you want it. If you'll look back in my old videos, you'll see that I did a fireplace before we had our fireplace redone, and then I did an office wall. So this was the before and after of a little accent wall that I did in the kitchen, and it made a huge difference. So we were also able to get Porter placed into his stall. He ended up getting the stall that Bessie and Dolly were in, and I did have to move them over to another stall. He does have to be by himself right now, unfortunately. We are going to try to find him a friend because goats are herd animals. They do not like to be alone, but Bessie's continuously butting him, and so he's going to have his own space for right now. And this was the work once it was complete on my closet. My closet before was just those wire shelves, and they kept collapsing, and it was a nightmare. So we had someone come in and redo our closet, and so this is the finished product. I'm absolutely in love with it. They did an amazing job. I was able to clean out my closet while I was at it, and I got a whole bunch of stuff cleaned out, taken to Goodwill, and now I have a super organized closet, and it is going to stay that way. So this was the first real warm day that we had around here. And you can see in the background, my pool's not super clear, but I went ahead and let the kids get in. So they took a little swim day, and here's Porter hanging out on our deck in our little towel pile. So I'm going to pause the video here for just a minute so you have a little bit of a freeze frame, but I wanted to insert this. I'll go into more detail in the next video and tell you exactly what happened and kind of what we went through with Porter, but right after this picture was taken, it wasn't even an hour later, I started noticing that Porter was acting a little funny, and so I ended up having to call UGA, an animal hospital, and Porter had to stay there for about a week. It got pretty serious, and it was touch and go for a little bit, but he is okay. I'll go into more details on the next video and kind of tell you guys, basically what I learned about goats and what we went through with Porter. It was a super scary situation, but he is okay. So this next clip is him that UGA, one of the vets, sent us when they got him to go outside and eat grass for the first time after almost a week.
Is that good? That's good stuff.
Well, I'm following this dude around the yard. Glad to have him back home. I think he's feeling much better. As you can see, we're crazy animal people around here. So Porter ended up following us in the house. And of course, we let him stay for a little bit and hang out. So this was him hanging out in the house. But we're going to end this video here. Stick around for the next video if you want to hear what all went on with Porter for his week-long stay at UGA. And we'll see you guys next time.